Heads up! The Monster Energy team taking on King of the Hammers, presented by Fox, is in town. I mean, King of the Hammers is creating a town. The Mojave Desert is known for many things, and this area is famed for allegedly having the largest boulder in North America, or some fables say, the world. It's simply known as Giant Rock. Speaking of giant, King of the Hammers happens in the shadow of this Mojave legend, known for rumored alien visits and pre-World War II lore, which made it a gathering place that once even included its own runway. Rocks again had become the star, or dare I say cornerstone, challenge to some of the most forward-thinking off-road vehicles on the planet for this 20th anniversary Griffin Radiators King of the Hammers event. The Moon Rover could possibly learn a thing or two from these Hammers vehicles. But each year, not long after New Year's, they come. The enthusiasts in their off-road prepared vehicles, and of course, their campers. There is no hotel, there is nothing except a city of RVs and those either racing, watching the racing, or supporting the racing. A city is born, Hammertown. It comes to life for 3 weeks a year, rising out of the dust. The King of the Hammers explodes on the scene and then vanishes as if it was never there. Like Giant Rock, the rocks are the attraction, or the challenge. The Victor Valley four-wheelers first established the trail Sledgehammer in 1993 and Jackhammer in 1994. For 2026, Jackhammer will likely be the biggest challenge for most on this 20th anniversary adventure. A trail lined with spectators and live cameras ready to enjoy the crushed dreams of racers from around the world, where for some, the rocks do eventually win. Our goal as a Monster Energy team is to, of course, beat the competition. But before we can do that, we need a pass from the legendary Mojave Desert and the Hammer Trails. 245 miles of rocks and desert await. That to the normal off-roader would be seemingly impossible. But for these drivers and their rock race cars, built just for this challenge, this is the pinnacle of off-road racing. The quest to become king, the King of the Hammers. Monster Energy has been making tasty energy drinks for 2 decades and has been giving athletes the charge up to do battle in the Hammer Trails dating back to 2008 when Shannon Campbell was crowned king for the first of 3 times. He's the longest running Monster Energy rock racer. Monster is more than just a drink. It's a company that stands with athletes in both mainstream and lesser-known tough sports. Monster is forward-thinking, a builder of champions and creating new beverages. Joining Shannon at Hammers are many of his Monster Energy teammates. 2-time king Loren Healy is here in his new Ford Bronco Raptor 4400, number 67, and his drifting champion partner in RTR racing, Vaughn Gitten Jr., is here in the number 25 Bronco Raptor 4400, known as Brocky. 2-time runner-up in the Race of Kings, Casey Currie, is back in his trophy Jeep number 14, who we will follow pre-race as his team preps and tests tuning their live Valve Rad System, getting ready for Hammers. The Terrible Herbst team is in Hammertown with 3 truck entries, including the number 19 T1 of Thor and Tim Herbst, and the T2s of Pierce and EJ Herbst. The most successful UTV racer of all time, Phil Blurton, is here in his Can-Am Maverick XRC and is looking to get back on the podium as he's done 4 times in this Can-Am UTV Championship rock race. Some drivers battling Phil will include his Monster and Can-Am teammates Dustin Jones, and the General Brian Deegan is back for his 5th time at Hammers. Our team, the Desert Assassins, are Baja 1000 winners, and we will also battle in our Can-Am UTV, plus 4 other classes in 2 desert races, the Yokohama Everyman Challenge and the Griffin Radiator Race of Kings. 7-time Supercross champion, simply known as the King of Supercross, with 72 main event victories, Jeremy McGrath is here. He races Hammers in his factory-backed Kawasaki in the naturally aspirated class. This year, Jeremy and his team, including longtime buddy Lawrence Lewis, have brought MC's Whole Shot Kings event to King of the Hammers. The premise is simple: take a moto starting gate, usually outfitted for 20 riders, and cut it down to 2 positions. Line up amateurs and pros and pit them head to head.
Hole shot is basically, it's a term for, it's the start. It's basically a dirt bike version of your drag race, right? So we have a starting gate behind us. You can kind of see that. First one out of the gate, first one to the line, wins that race, wins that bracket, and keeps moving on. So yeah, it should be pretty fun.
The 2026 King of the Hammer Hole Shot King is none other than the godfather of freestyle motocross, Mike Metzger, beating former Supercross hero and local desert racing legend Ty Davis in the final, and then beating McGrath at his own game just for bragging rights. We'll get back to the rocks right away when we return to the Monster Energy team taking on King of the Hammers, presented by Fox. Welcome back to King of the Hammers. Trail recon is a huge part of the pre-race activities, but so is testing your race vehicle. Making sure you are as ready as possible, and Casey Currie spent time with Fox, who have created their live Valve Rad System that electronically controls and adjusts the suspension while racing.
Day of testing, out here with Fox, Mike Kim, putting the miles in, getting ready for hammers.
We're out here in Johnson Valley with Casey Currie. We're testing his live valve shocks. We've been just doing a few runs, looking at what the shocks are doing, making sure everything's fine. We're testing different calibrations, preparing for King of the Hammers. Everything's looking good.
If the driver wants spring changes, Fox can then adapt their live valve system to those changes.
Made some big strides, learning. We're not done. So we're gonna pull the shocks off and make some spring changes and some valving changes and see if we can keep progressing.
As drivers zero in on their wider platform of spring rates and valving changes, Fox then dials in the electronic algorithm and makes it so drivers can adjust the final settings they want on the fly. Yes, even while racing the truck.
A lot of programming changes, try to make sure that the electronic side of what we're working on with Fox is dialed in for obviously both desert and the rocks. So
a tall task engineering for both rocks and desert in the same race, but Fox has it on lock to make them work together.
Day's done, good day. Yeah, Mike made some small changes on the shocks and literally it's the most fun I've ever had.
Getting ready for Hammers is an all-year project, but in the final months leading up to King of the Hammers, the desert fills up with teams doing recon and testing. Mitchell Alsop and I joined forces with our Monster Energy and Can-Am teammate Brian Deegan for a pre-run in the rocks.
All right, we made it. Back to the desert. It's been a while, so I'm gonna go out and do some driving in the Can-Am with the boys. I think Cameron's around here somewhere, him and Mitchell, so I'm stoked to get out here, get back in the rocks, have some fun. We'll see if Cameron can show me the fast line around here. Probably get me stuck in the rocks is what's gonna happen. But either way, maybe he can tow me out. But we're gonna go have some fun today. Let's go kick some ass, and man, I'm excited, so let's get it on.
Mitchell's Alsop Racing Development, or ARD, builds our car and maintains and manages Brian's, so we are for sure going to make more work for him.
That car is not there. I come over half car length and kind of go this way and then go up like that. See all the black marks where everybody's going up and going like that? And that's pretty much exactly what you want to do up higher without the burnout mark. 3-wheel drive, chocolate thunder. Just doing a little winching, doing a little practicing. It's all good. Getting ready for race day. A lot of people are like chocolate thunder. Oh, that's super easy. I gotta tell you, like during the race, sometimes you kind of gotta smash. It's one of those hard spots that has big obstacles.
My name's Cameron Steele. I'm the driver of the number 16 Monster Energy Yokohama tire every class. We're at King of the Hammers and we happen to be racing 5 different classes, so a lot of work going on for us, but it's epic. We put in the effort. We want to win at Hammers. We have podiumed a few times in different classes. We have the curse. It's frustrating. Over the last 19 years, no one that's ever led the second lap has won, but I'm fine with it. I would like to be leading in the last lap and finally get it done. I think one of the biggest things the UTV does for us is it really gets us in race mode, but it also, because it's the first race, it calms us down a little bit, right? We get out there, we try not to be overly excited, and I think our Can-Am just runs so smooth, right? It's like kind of easy to pick your way through stuff. I think it is the biggest off-road race maybe in the world. More people are watching it live. More people are participating here by coming to see it. It sure looks like there's 100,000 people in the desert here to watch off-road racing. King of the Hammers has a place up there. For me especially, I really believe that it's one of those big keynote races that you want to put your name at the very top.
What are we here for? We are here for the Toyo Tires Desert Challenge presented by Monster Energy, and we have some of the best cars in the world lined up today.
It was definitely a little cold this morning during staging, but sun's out, we're ready for a good race.
The desert race happens the week before the Rock festivities. The Herbst boys throw down for sure, and they are a Ball 1000 championship team. The next generation in Thor, Pierce, and EJ have been railing in the family name. Speaking of railing, the Monster Energy number 83 of Luke McMillan is always a favorite at Hammers and anywhere he races.
There's Cameron's truck right there.
Off-Road Motorsports Hall of Famer Cameron Steele.
The Hammers Desert Race is the only time top T1 and T2 teams race in California each year, so it's a big happening. With the 5-lap race totaling 305 miles, this is a sprint, sort of, which means risks are taken and pushing the equipment happens. A sprint desert race is sort of an oxymoron. It's still a long way to smash on your vehicle. Leaning into the throttle all day means it doesn't take much for it to all go sideways or upside down. The 19 took a big tumble, but all the safety gear and the chassis did its job, and driver and navigator walked away. The truck, on the other hand, was not looking good. Luke had issues in the number 83 that would keep him off the podium. 18 miles from the finish line, running near the top 5 in the T2 class, we had a cam plate bolt fail that caused us to stop. With 40 plus attempts to restart and limp in, the truck barely running at times, we crossed the finish 14th overall and secured a front row start for the 4400 Race of Kings the next week. The Monster Energy team taking on King of the Hammers is brought to you by Fox, the Yokohama Tire Corporation, Raceline Wheels, and RCV Performance Products. We're back to Johnson Valley in the 20th annual King of the Hammers. Our Monster Energy team is ready to rock. After desert racing wrapped up the second weekend of the 3 weeks in Johnson Valley, the following Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are dedicated to rock race qualifying. There are 300-ish entries in the UTV Championship, the Yokohama Everyman Challenge, and the Race of Kings. It is nearly sun up to sundown to qualify everyone. A 2-ish mile course that is spectator and media friendly is laid out on the outskirts of Hammertown, the main area for teams, fans, and company displays. Of course, it includes tough and risky rock sections and the short course area with big tractor-built jumps. Every racer seemingly pushing the limits of the course and their vehicles. The Monster Energy team of drivers are represented in all 3 categories, but the Race of Kings is of course the big dance. One of the fan favorites is always the number 67 of Loren Healy, a risk taker and showman by trade it seems. The path to qualifying hasn't gone as planned for Loren and the Funhaver team. Earlier in the week, Loren and Vaughn were out testing and filming content, and it all went upside down for the number 67.
Front suspension, it landed on the front corner, but it collapsed. It grabbed, yeah. And it ripped all that wheel and tire off that corner, and then it dug and went and tumbled.
Brother.
How was it saying? I haven't had one of these in a long time.
So we're here at Hammers 2026. Boss man decided to little kart the freaking 4400.
My really pretty, perfect, race-ready race cars. Very hurt and sad right now.
But we're gonna get it ready for qualifying.
Oh.
I'm not sure yet.
It's been a situation for sure. The guys have been working really hard.
So we're filling parts off of El Bandito to put it on 4400.
All our vendors that help us out have got parts coming in already.
Oh, they just been showing up. There's been just people coming in the shop, bringing parts left and right.
All right, the boys got the car back together. Me and Loren just went out and shook it down, and it is ready to party. These dudes, for lack of a better word, are bad MFers. We're ready to go. Couldn't do it without the whole team. It's gonna be a good rest of the week.
This is the 2026 Griffin Radiators King of the Hammers, powered by Optima batteries, and we're here right now for the 20th anniversary qualifying for the 4400 Race of Kings.
So it is Power Hour, and the weird thing is we're not qualifying today. The number 16 Monster Energy Yokohama 4400 car qualified through the desert race, so we'll be outside of row number 1. We took P2 for the start position. It's pretty crazy, a new idea for King of the Hammers. But the rest of the team's got to go do it. Loren, Vaughn, Shannon, Casey, they all got to get out there and qualify. I know they're going to be hucking it, so we're going to go drive in the other side of the desert, keep it quiet, while the boys go nuts.
And off the line first is going to be the number 25 of Vaughn Gitten Jr. with Jeremy Dickinson riding shotgun out of Concord, North Carolina.
So Vaughn drops down the hill onto the cross-going area and makes his way towards the rocks. So is he going up the middle, or is he going to go round the right, round to the left?
He does
round to the left.
He goes the Ways way. As Vaughn launches down the Gates Gate.
Oh wow, this is quick. He nearly clips the delineator, but he doesn't.
And
a quick bicycle stand.
156, 9th position for Vaughn Gitten Jr.
And next off the line, I believe this is going to be the trophy Jeep.
So number 14, Casey Currie and Oren Anderson out of Norco, California with Currie Racing. And let's remember, Oren Anderson, his co-driver, who co-drives for Bryce Menzies in the T1 trucks. So he definitely has a weapon in the right seat.
Casey Currie crosses the line and goes into 13th place with a 1:59. Check this out. Who's this on the line, Miles?
This is two-time king Loren Healy and Jesse Amex, number 67, out of Farmington, New Mexico, with RTR Off-Road Team.
I haven't got much time except for in the dark on the qualifying course, so I need to be a little bit cautious and go lay down a smooth, as fast as possible run.
What is Loren Healy going to do today?
Probably about a week ago, he rolled this during pre-running, so the team got it back together. He opted to skip out of racing the Desert Challenge.
Can he lay down something special? Can he unseat Paul Wolf, who's currently our pole sitter? There we go, into 15th place. And Paul Wolf will be breathing a sigh of relief right now as Loren Healy crosses the line.
I just be doing me.
And up next, three-time King of the Hammers champion, Shannon Campbell, and Chris Ray, number 5, out of Pine Top, Arizona.
So here we go, it is three-time king Shannon Campbell on track now. He's making his way up to the top of the mountain. What's his pace looking like, Miles?
It's so far so good, about a second slower than the fast one, so he's right on par.
This guy changed the way everyone else was driving. And when you watch everybody jump off the rocks over there, no one drove like that until Shannon did that.
Shannon Campbell crosses the line and goes into 14th position.
A 1:59, great run for Shannon Campbell.
The Can-Am UTV Championship is the first of 3 rock races. The UTVs are based off true factory spec power plants and limited to 35-inch tires. The Monster Energy team is loaded with heavy hitters who each year congregate at Hammers.
As the beast awakens.
Next off the line, we've got Kyle Cheney and CJ Greaves. It's a Can-Am Maverick R versus Polaris Razor Pro R.
A little bit of action inside our Monster Energy short course before they head out into the MVRP straightaway.
Our Desert Assassins number 16 UTV effort with Mitchell Alsop and myself made it past all the hard trails, and somehow later in lap 2, I got us bound up, high center with a large rock, stuck inside the rear trailing arm. Fail. Dustin Jones is a perennial favorite anywhere he races, and he's one of the most popular personalities in UTV racing. Speed is never the issue, but this time he missed his goal. Phil won his class and was second overall in the week prior's desert race, but he had a huge crash in the rock race early, taking him out. After his Whole Shot Kings event 2 weeks before, Jeremy McGrath focused on his Kawasaki naturally aspirated class car and was on point during the UTV Hammers race. He would bring home the NA class victory for the 2nd year in a row. 16-time X Games medalist Brian Deegan made his 5th appearance at Hammers and put extra time in pre-running leading up to the event.
Yeah, man, I don't even know where to start with the stories at this point, but man, there's multiple times I was like, I think we're done. And Terry's like, we're not finished, keep going. And I was like, all right, let's keep going. We're on like 3 flats and just, and it's good stories, right?
We'll be right back to King of the Hammers. Welcome back to Johnson Valley and the Monster Energy team taking on King of the Hammers, presented by Fox.
Welcome to the coop. I built this car 2 years ago. It is a beautiful car, but I've never finished a race in it. You know, the cars were a lot simpler back when I first started. When you're out here where you have limited resources and stuff, it's like, it's a game. You got to play the game and use your head. And it's an endurance race. It's not, you know, it's not a sprint. And I used to treat everything like a sprint when I first started it. Once you won a few, you know, it's like, I don't want to just win it. I want to just smash everybody. Someone was just telling me today, you know, what's one of your favorite things about coming out here? And it's like all these people from all over the world, they're all friends, and this is the only time of year we get to see most of them. It means a lot. So we're pretty fortunate to have all these people behind us. Today I spent half the morning walking around trying to find parts for other people. Just, oh, you need this, you need that. I had some stuff, and I was like, well, I know someone, and you always try to do what you want people to do to you, you know? So give a little, get a little. I mean, my engine builder, my engine tuner, everybody's like, you gotta just quit being stubborn and put a dry sump in it. I finally did, and I feel like I got a pretty good bullet this year. Everything seems to be coming together. Pull something out of my hat. You wanna fire it up?
Good morning and welcome to Johnson Valley, California. We are here today for the big one. Yes, it is the 2026 Griffin Radiator Race of Kings here at the 20th anniversary of the Griffin Radiators King of the Hammers, powered by Optima batteries.
These things are going to be tackling 3 laps of some of the hardest, or actually not some of the hardest trails on this side of the country. This is absolutely amazing racing.
Just look at this. There is Paul Wolf lining up alongside Cameron Steele. Cameron Steele, of course, qualified by racing in the desert race. Hey, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is the start of the Race of Kings in 2026 here in Hammertown. And off the line is
the 1018 of Paul Wolf out of Alton, Illinois, with Wolf Racing in that UFO single-seat IFS machine.
Side by side with Mr. Cameron Steele, Desert Assassin himself out of San Clemente, California. Cameron Steele with Brian Wood in the passenger seat.
Big dance. All these years we've done the work and got a solid car this year. Just smart and steady. We'll take the day. Keep it mellow, and let's just see what we do.
Drift King number 25 of Vaughn Gitten Jr. with Jeremy Dickinson riding shotgun out of Concord, North Carolina with RTR Off-Road Team in that Triton Engineering mid-engine 2-seat IFS Ford Bronco.
Plan is to go out there and execute the plan we've been brewing up for the last week. We're going to go send it all day, do the best we can at every moment.
Off the line next is the Trophy Jeep driven by Casey Currie and Loren Anderson, number 14 out of Norco, California with Currie Racing.
Race day. Waited all year, and yeah, the team's done a great job. We're ready. We're just gonna have a solid, smooth, fun day. Trophy Jeep is more dialed than it's ever been.
And the Off-Road Motorsports Hall of Famer Shannon Campbell, 3-time king with Chris Ray riding shotgun number 5 out of Pine Top, Arizona with the Coupe Racing and Fabrication. Two-time king of Loren Healy and Jesse Amex out of Farmington, New Mexico with RTR Off-Road Team and that Triton Engineering IFS Bronco.
But just check this out. We're on board with the RTR superhero himself, Vaughn Gitten Jr.
Look at that. There's Loren Healy burning down the desert, making some moves in that Ford Racing Bronco.
We saw Loren Healy, and here comes his teammate in the RTR Bronco. That is Vaughn Gitten, and I believe this is that timing loop section that we were looking at the top. So let's see where he trips it and see where he jumps up into the mix, because Vaughn, yes, he just tripped it, and it looks like he's now into 4th position. And looks like right behind Vaughn is Loren.
Yeah, just waiting to see this. So we're going to allow Loren Healy started down the pack today. Unusually, Loren Healy was starting in 21st
big
position.
News! Loren Healy just in time first place.
Well, let's just quickly talk about, so Loren Healy with 1 hour, 1 minute and 41. JP Gomez with 1 hour, 2 minutes and 12. So he's absolutely flying. Then we've got Darian Gomez on 1 hour, 2 minutes 29. And Jason Shearer on 1 hour, 2 minutes and 39. There is barely anything covering these cars.
The desert lap is in the tank. Now on to lap 2, full of rock trails, and later, the Monster Energy team will take on the unknown trails of lap 3. All when we return. The Monster Energy team taking on King of the Hammers is brought to you by Fox, Yokohama Tire Corporation, Baja HQ, your off-road aftermarket source, and RCV Performance Products. Welcome back to Johnson Valley and the Monster Energy team taking on King of the Hammers, presented by Fox.
This is the 2026 Griffin Radiator King of the Hammers powered by Optima batteries, and the action just keeps on coming. There is going to be so much action here today. This is only around about a third of the way through lap 2 right now.
In the rocks, the battle up front is heating up with Loren charging through the dust. This is nothing new, of course. We are wheeling the number 16 hard to move forward. Here's a great shot of us cleaning the pinch point at the top of Check Me Out.
There's Casey Currie right there. So Casey Currie's got a little bit of space between that next group of heavy hitters, as Jim said, and that is the who's who in off-road racing. This is absolutely insane.
The number 14 of Casey Currie has been on a tear and is just outside the top 5. Watching his Fox live valve system work lets us see how the system is making instant adjustments based on impacts, braking input, and of course the IMU is tracking the attitude of the trophy Jeep at all times. This is the internal measurement unit on all live valve outfitted trucks that takes all the input for the system to digest and make adjustments. Here Casey gets by Monster teammate Vaughn on Sledgehammer. This is what the rush is all about in qualifying and lap 1. Not wanting to get stuck behind anyone in Jack. Loren is passing Paul Wolf here for first on the road.
Now we're seeing action moving, so we're seeing Loren going up. So we're assuming that Loren has got his winch anchor in place and he's winching his way up. So now you can see Loren is taking that left-hand side of your screen, right-hand side of the rig.
Loren has ultimate confidence in the number 67 as he wails on it, pushing his way through Jack. And he's leaving Jack first on the road.
Yes, so Loren's co-driver Jesse back in the car. And Loren Healy says, adios, and I am out of here.
All right, look at this. Looks like the traffic has cleared through Sledge, and now everyone's coming up through Jack.
This is Tad Dowker and the solid axle. Is that Cameron Steele making his way through? That is Cameron Steele.
Now, Cameron Steele is basically following Tad Dowker through.
We had some self-induced issues on lap 1, but knew we could wheel the right line that no one wanted in Jack, so we chased Ted through there. We have a lot of confidence in our Trent Fab car and our equipment, including our RCV axles. We ended up breaking a tire off the bead in Jack as we put it through a massive beating. But we had a solid run through the gauntlet of rocks, fans, and media. Leaving the pinch point, we were stoked to be one of the first few cars on the road, passing Vaughn, Casey, and Kyle in Jack. But again, self-induced issues caused us to stop once again.
Seeing Casey Currie with a lot of action down there with the trophy Jeep. He's pulling winch cable.
Always amazes me where he manages to put this vehicle. It is absolutely huge compared to some of the others, but that's why we love King of the Hammers, and that's why we come back each and every year. If you can dream it, if you can build it, you can race it.
Vaughn has not moved very far. I expected Vaughn to be much further along than this.
Man, what a cluster, right?
Well, I mean, this shouldn't surprise it. We knew this was going to happen. We knew this was going to be an issue for sure. That's our leader right there, current race leader right there, Tad Dowker. He's going to make the turn onto that sand wash. We saw everyone do this before. There is a RCP they got to pick up in these rocks.
Yeah, for me, the big news right at the moment, though, is Loren Healy is still stationary as he makes his way up towards Wrecking Ball. Oh, fantastic moves here from Casey Currie. We saw him leading this race a couple of years ago, and just behind him is Tom Ways.
Oh, we got lots of action there. And look,
that's
there's
Loren
Healy's back in there as well. So Loren Healy's moving again. Casey Currie is up. This is up in Laser Nut Alley, which turns into Her Problem, which then turns into Idle Issues, which then leads over to Chocolate Thunder. They have to get through all these rocks. There's basically, they put some RCPs up in this section, so they got to stay in this rock course and get their way around.
But look at the pace of Loren Healy here.
Oh, Loren Healy, he was stopped on course for whatever reason, whatever it was. It doesn't seem to be slowing him down now. Loren Healy making his way through. We saw him leading this race on adjusted time, but we're jumping back out right here. Current race leader, Tad Dowker, in that solid axle car.
Cameron Steele coming down there. Monster Energy sponsored driver. Looks like he goes to a straight axle and just thrashing through those rocks there again. Looks like he's making pretty quick work in that rock section. I was trying to see, it looked like he had a flat there for a minute.
Yeah, no, you called that. He's definitely got a flat tire there. Yeah, I'm just looking here, and I'm getting some messages from Dave Colesop, but he's saying that Loren Healy rolled trying to achieve an RCP, and the others are bypassing it by going round him. Oh, no, right, we're hearing news that Vaughn Gitten Jr. has left the racecourse. Now, we did see that he had a broken near side front hub. So that will be the passenger side front was broken, so it does look like Vaughn is retiring from the race.
The RTR guys seem to be on a bad one, with Loren inverted and Vaughn out of the race. This is Hammer's heartbreak in full effect. More crushed dreams, I'm sure, when we return. Welcome back to the 20th anniversary of the King of the Hammers. The Monster Energy team is working hard and trying to get through all the trails.
I honestly believe that Loren Healy has pulled back nearly 10 minutes on Tad Dowker.
So we're here, Loren Healy's pit, RTR. He just came in physical second. I believe Tad started about a minute and a half behind us. We had to get some fuel in and put a couple fresh tires on it for him. And light bar for lap 3, and some more winch rope, and hope for the best. So here we are. We'll see if we can't pull it off.
This is Casey Currie, and he's full throttle in the Monster Energy Trophy Jeep. Big thumbs up from Casey Currie as he comes around. Him and Oren Anderson moved from 4th to 3rd here in the hot pits.
But what we have right here is Loren Healy has now set up for that really long winch pull to get both waterfalls with one shot, and there's Casey Currie. You can see Loren's co-driver is getting out of the car to help get the winch rolling and set up.
We really do have a power group sitting in this top sort of 5 or 6 right now. Any one of these cars is absolutely capable of doing it.
But yes, we're riding along with Casey Currie, and Paul Wolf is nipping at his heels in this rock trail.
Yeah, Casey won't be worried about it. As long as Paul Wolf is behind him, he is ahead. Don't forget, Paul Wolf started this race in 1st place. So So all the time that Paul Wolf is behind Casey, Casey has him beaten on adjusted time and on position. Oh, look at this. There's Loren Healy. This is the battle for first and second.
First and second place. Loren has made it into this trail.
So here we go. We knew that lap 3 was going to get crazy, and here we are.
Loren would get bound up and have to winch, and Paul Wolf would get by. But soon after, Loren would pass both Paul and Tad for the physical lead.
This is huge news, though. Paul Wolf was doing incredibly well, but Loren Healy has now made the pass. Look at him struggling through this rock trail. This gives you an idea of just how loose this trail and how steep it is to see this car. Oh, what do we got here? That's Tad. That's Tad Dowker.
Back over.
Yeah, Tad Dowker trying to make that climb. Got a little bit offline. Now he's on his side.
The Monster Energy Yokohama tire number 16 is through the pit around 12th place, and we chase our buddy Tom Ways into the backdoor waterfall, a large vertical step waiting for us where we had to put our winch to work.
And this, again, is Loren Healy putting an absolute beat down on this car, trying to get through these trails. He is just having a rough day, but probably the bigger story here is I don't see Casey Currie behind him. I would have expected to see Casey Currie right behind him, but I don't, because Casey was basically stuck on that trail with Loren trying to winch. And here's Casey Currie right here. It looks like he might still be in that same spot trying to winch through it.
Day ended a little early, but honestly, I'm happy with everything. Very disappointed that the race ended. Something either in the transmission or transfer case let go. The trophy Jeep was flawless all day. It was fun running in the top 3 right with the leaders, and yeah, we had the pace, and it is what it is. I freaking love it out here, and we want to come back, figure it out, do it again. So 2027 can't come soon enough.
All right, Jim, this is it. Here is Loren Healy setting up a winch line to try to get up this section of soft climb right now. He's having a rough go of it. All right, so here comes Paul Wolf making the charge up. He's making the charge up right here. Let's see what he's got. Can he? No, he's gonna have to back in and do the same thing. You can see it's just working, trying to climb that hill. It's going, it's going, it's going.
He's powering up the hill.
It's going. I thought he had it. All right, here he goes. So Paul Wolf making his way up. Oh, he's on, there we go. He's working it. He's trying to get up it. Ah.
Paul Wolf.
Yeah, Paul Wolf right here making the physical pass. Now Paul Wolf physical first on course.
Guys, the sun has set over here at remote pit 2, and Cameron, you're out. We heard some front diff issues. Tell me about your day.
It was just a struggle all day. It was really cool though, because I could not drive the car this morning at all, and then up here at remote pit 2 the guys fixed the steering. I was like, whoa, the car went from a 2 to a 7, and it was super fun to drive, and we wheeled it, I thought, pretty good. So yeah, we officially suck, and that's just part of the going deal. The Monster Energy Yokohama number 16s get put back on the trailer. I'm really sad about it. Not a good week at Hammers.
Not a good week, but you're out here. One more thing, because we always like to talk to you about the driver perspective, the commentator perspective. Right now, 20th anniversary. Thoughts on that?
Well, I saw that Paul and Loren, and I think now Randy, are all in that last unknown trail out by the arena. So it's tough. It's really hard in the dark, because your lights give you a great shot of what's around you, but you can never quite see up or down the hill. So that can be tough. Paul's by himself also.
but he so far made it through. I mean, from a driver's perspective, getting dark, I like it because it gives you more focus. But also the problem is that because we're racing in these giant canyons, sometimes it's hard to have the lights where you need them to be to try to sight new trails, because some of these, they're broken, but not really. You can't see, like we were, whatever, 20th on the road. We could not see tracks in a couple of the new canyons that we went in, so it's pretty tricky.
Whoa, Loren Healy just rolled over.
Oh, Loren just rolled. Oh, no. He's working it. He's working it. He's so tired of being in that car right now, you can tell.
He can drive him forward from there.
So Randy Slauson is going to have to pick his way around this yard sale. And Loren just will not be believing this.
Our Monster Energy team gave our all, but it wasn't to be for us or most other teams in 2026. The methodical wheeling machine Randy Slauson, cleaning trails all day long, claims the scepter and his fourth title as King of the Hammers.
Here in Hammertown, be on your feet. It's Randy Slauson, our King in 2026.